Well, I didn't expect this change of pace from the first one. There's no time travel sidewalks to be seen.
Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercuts!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the JabJab Show. Today it sounds like I'm doing a really poor impression of Barry White. Now I'm just a bit ill and what have you, you can hear my voice. No, today I'm reviewing a film, the film T2 Judgme Trainspotting, T2 Trainspotting 2. It's all hilarities out of the way. This is Trainspotting 2, basically. Directed by Danny Boyle. Again, stars Ewan McGregor, Ewen Bremner, Robert Carlisle, and Jonny Lee Miller. Okay, just to let you know, this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm aware the film's out in a lot of countries at the moment, so I don't really want to ruin things for you. The basic storyline is, it's set 20 years after the events of the first film. Brendan's been in Amsterdam. He's come back to Edinburgh. He gets back in touch with Spud, Sick Boy, and yes, Begbie. They're not too best pleased with him initially, for obvious reasons. Brendan then gets involved with Sick Boy with a scheme that involves a large amount of money. And that's about it. But story-wise, there's a lot more themes going on, of more of which later. So if you watch my retrospective of the first Trainspotting film I posted a little while back, you understand that I love that film. It's such a classic 90s UK film for so many reasons. To be honest, I never felt that this sequel would hit the same highs, would have the same cultural impact, despite what I feel about this new film. It'd be like trying to capture lightning in a bottle twice or something. All I want from this is a decent film, and in my opinion, that's what we got. It's very good, in fact. As I said about the storyline, the film is also about growing older, about regrets, about remembering the past, and how certain things have changed but also stayed the same, and how some old habits die hard. That's all I'll say. I was initially surprised how nostalgic this film feels. Not in a bad way, but it's done really well. It's showing them as 9-year-olds at school. I think you see great footage for this, what it appears to be, hanging around just at functions and whatever, giving a real sense of history between the main characters. I also liked how they used some of the music tracks from the first film to really good effect for this one. As I remember in the past, they're using the opening 2 notes for one of the songs, in certain moments, and also another one of the tracks they're using like a melancholic kind of piano solo from it. It's really well done, and really love the soundtrack as well. It harks back to the original, like I say, and it's got more modern music on it that really complements the energy in this film, much the same way as the first soundtrack did for the first film. As I mentioned in my Trainspotting retrospective, the film's book sequel, Porno, is set 10 years afterwards. This film does have some of the elements of this book in here. There's a whole story about why it took him so long to make Trainspotting 2. That's all online, and that's the main reason they thought about setting the events 20 years afterwards instead of 10. Well, I feel like I could have made Porno as it's written into a film, maybe rewriting a few things here or there, or maybe de-aging the actors, or using CGI if they really want to go down that route. The fact is that by making it 20 years later, it gives them more of a scope to explore the themes that they do in the film, and also using the characters giving more where are they now, what they've been up to, and so forth, which is really well done. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I like the opening conversation between Renton and Sick Boy. It's just all one-word question and answers, trying to get them up to speed on where they are, what they've been up to, and so forth. It's really like a couple of mates, just getting all the kind of pleasantries out of the way as quick before they get to the matter at hand. I really like Begbie and Spud as well. Where the characters are now and what they've been up to and so forth. It's really well acted by Robert Carlisle and Ewan Bremner. The film does shift a little bit more onto the Spud character, and it takes a large angle from the original Trainspotting novel, for his character, and part of this angle deals with Begbie's dad, which is a little passage in, I'll say it from the novel, and this gives more depth to the Begbie's character, and he gives him more things to mull over and so forth, and it complements the events of the film. Like in the first film, there's a great mix of humour and bleakness in, now with added ageing and humour. There's a great dialogue scene to and fro in between Renton and Sick Boy, when they're accusing each other of all the wrong, like some of the wrong things they did in the first film that set certain things in motion. It's really quite brutal to listen to, and you can only get away with these kind of things if they're really long-term friends. This is countered by a scene earlier on in the film where they go to a bar in order to steal money of people. To be honest, it took me a little minute or two to kind of understand why they were singing what they were singing, but once I found out this and the following scene and whatever, it's really very funny. It'd be interesting to see any like American audience to see what they make of it. Also, there's another toilet scene in here. This time between Renton and Begbie. I'm not going to say anything more, but it's very very funny as well. And I also like the Choose Life monologue that they've updated for this film. I feel it works really well. Like I say, it includes the themes of like regret and disappointment towards the end of it. So on the whole, I feel the film is really well done. And the only thing I'd say against it was it took a little while to get going, to capture the kind of energy of the first film. For me, it really found its feet. There's a scene with Renton and Sick Boy. They're talking to Sick Boy's girlfriend about George Best. That's when it really kicked in for me. Plus, also, there's a few little story things, maybe a little too convenient and whatever. Like I said about the toilet scene before, as funny as I found that scene, there's a few little things like they're just too convenient in order to move the story forward. But that's about it, really. I don't feel the film's quite up there with the first one, but for me it's a worthy follow-up because of all the themes that they explore and so forth. There's some really great action throughout as well. The style of the show for me is Spud. As I said, the focus shifts more towards his character. Ewen Bremner does a really amazing job here. There's lots of nice moments with him. The flashbacks when Spud finds himself in the location that they visit in the first film, it's really well played out. And I'll just say Raging Spud. Just wait for that bit to happen. Also, there's some really nice visual flourishes throughout the film, and I really love the last shot as well. And also, about the soundtrack, it really complements the film well. So I'm going to give T2 Trainspotting 8 round t-shirts out of 10. I'm a big fan. I like what they did with the characters. I felt they did the characters justice with all the themes that are going on throughout the film. There are a few issues, like I mentioned, but I feel if you like the original and you grew up with the original and so forth, I feel you get more out of the film. So them's my opinions. What's yours? And yours and yours and yours. Did you like the film? Yes, or perhaps not, and you were begging the film to finish, or maybe thought it was okay, just enough to be renting it out, or something. Either way, let me know down below in the comment section. Like, subscribe, comment, all the rest of it, and tell your friends and everything. And like the new Cyrus says, send the word.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.